Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Monday, May 19th, 2025 Mayor and Council meeting of the City of Dalton. All right. Quorum is present. Mr. Lama, if you will lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States to the republic which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Council members, you have before you an agenda. I will entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, first we have public commentary. I have two cards. First, I have Harry Patel. Mr. Patel, if you'll go to either of the microphones if you want to over here so that wherever you want to be, they both work, I think. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to say about City of Dalton having a liquor license approving. It's City of Dalton have 16 liquor license, but 2015 they got only 9, and surrounding all the counties they don't have a liquor license. So now in 2025, surrounding county got like 26 new liquor license, and City of Dalton got like in last 4 year they got 4 new liquor license. So I'm here to request city administration to stop putting more liquor license to the Dalton cities. The 16 liquor stores, it's way more than the population of the City of Dalton. So anything you guys can help us out as a liquor store owner, that would be thank you.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments of Mr. Patel? If not, City Administrator Andrew Parker will follow up with you. And as you know, our professional staff review. And I would remind you also that we have a Public Safety Commission meeting that is actually tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. If you're available and you want to attend and express your concerns, that body does hear liquor license applications, and they may be interested to hear your request. And we have your contact info.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. All right, we have another card, Allison Coker.
Thank Thank you. I'm going to just provide each of you with a Believe Greater Dalton investor update that's just been completed. So this is, it's actually a pretty lengthy report. There's a lot of photos in it, but I want to go ahead and give it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The city's been an incredible partner in this work. This actually goes back really over the past 7 years. If you go back to 2018, you can see projects in here that are happening today that obviously from the 2018 housing study that Believe Greater Dalton invested in, the updated 2023 housing needs analysis. So projects that are being invested in and things back to dollars that we spent back in that first 5-year phase. And then, some things even from also from the downtown master plan related to revitalization, the Norfolk Southern property. So some really tells a great story of the work that we've been able to partner and do over this past 7 years. And I just want you all to be able to look at that. And I want to call your attention to page 21 also. Is right. I'm sorry, 25. This is data that came from the last community survey that was done in the fall of last year, so October of 24. And the question, this was, please indicate the degree to which you feel the community has been successful in supporting the following community attributes and economic outcomes in the last 5 years. So I think that's kind of a collective scorecard as far as all the green and the positives that we see there, as far as over 3,500 responses to that community survey last fall. So very significant sample size. So this will be, we'll be having meetings with investors and talking through this and just getting feedback, as we're pretty much at the halfway point of this 5-year phase that goes through 2027. But just wanted to thank all of you for your continued support and for investment in partnership in this work. It would not happen without the collaboration and partnership and things that we have been able to accomplish together, especially in this last 2 years, is what this particular report's looking at. So thank you.
All right, any questions or comments of Allison?
Nope. Thanks for what you do.
Yeah, we appreciate, thank you for the update. Look forward to looking at this. Is this going to be viewable online? Okay, all right. Okay. Moving on in our agenda. There are no other public comment, no other cards. Okay. All right. Are there any staff reports?
There are none this evening, Madam Mayor.
Okay. Council members, you have provided minutes from the mayor and council meeting of May 5th. At this time, I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
A motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Any opposed? All right. Under unfinished business, second reading ordinance 25-12, the request of Roberto Silva to rezone from medium density single family residential R3 to transitional residential R6, attractive land totaling 0.55 acres located at 1213 Hare Street, Dalton, Georgia, parcel 12-217-03-003.
Thank you. If you may recall from the May 5th City Council meeting, Ethan Calhoun presented this request, which was fairly straightforward. As you can see on the graphic, the subject parcel that's outlined where it says site is currently zoned R3. They're proposing to rezone to R6, which is transitional residential. The transitional residential zone district is shown in sort of light blue. So you see that it is adjacent to transitional residential on the east side of the parcel as well as the north side of the parcel. The petitioner was requesting this rezoning because the structure was built similar to a duplex, but it's not, the current zoning does not allow for duplexes. So the petitioner was trying to get the parcel in line with the unified zoning ordinance, which would allow him to operate it as a duplex. And after review, the planning commission and the planning staff both recommended approval. The planning commission provided a unanimous positive recommendation.
Okay. Any questions or comments of Andrew? Not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, under new business, Item number 4, engagement letter with Estes Walcott for audit services.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Cindy Jackson could not be here this evening, so she asked me to present, but this is our standard audit engagement letter with Estes and Walcott. The current engagement letter has expired. The engagement letter outlines the scope and services of the audit services for the year ended December 31st, 2024. That audit is currently underway, and we hope to have it wrapped up by the end of June. The cost has not changed from prior years. It's $85,000 per year, and that funding source is budgeted within the city's general fund budget each year.
All right, any questions or comments of Andrew? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Item number 5, 2025-2026 Classic Main Street MOU.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council, and Candace is with us tonight. This is the Main Street agreement comes up every year. It's an agreement with DCA's Office of Downtown Development for the local Main Street program, where DCA provides services in return for active participation in the program, and we have to review and approve this agreement each year. Just to remind the council of the scope of the agreement, through this agreement, the city agrees to appoint an entity to serve as the board of directors for the Main Street program. In our case, that's the Downtown Development Authority. The city, pursuant to the agreement, agrees to employ a full-time paid professional downtown manager, provide for local Main Street programs solvency through direct and indirect financial support. Also in this agreement, it outlines the board's responsibilities, which include assisting the downtown manager in creating the annual work plan, providing regular public engagement opportunities, and committing to have one planning retreat per year. If approved, this agreement shall be valid through June 30th of 2026. And this is a three-entity agreement: the city, the Downtown Development Authority, and DCA.
All right. Any questions or comments of Andrew?
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. Item number 6, Resolution 25-07, authorizing release of lien for 1505 West Walnut Avenue.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and City Council. You may recall March the 3rd, 2025, the council voted to enter into a demolition agreement and easement for the signage at 1505 West Walnut Avenue, formerly known as Pizza Hut. The work has been done, the sign's been removed, and the property owner has paid the $350 that the city incurred as part of the project. And they have paid, and we would ask that the lien be released on the property.
All right. Any questions or comments?
Motion to approve. Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right. All right, Andrew Wimsa, we have several, I believe, that are going to fall to you. Item number 7, change order number 2 on hangar development project at airport.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. I apologize for dominating the agenda tonight, but the GDOT's coming to the end of their fiscal year, and there's kind of a flurry. Appreciate the city attorney for reviewing all this multitude of agreements we have here. I'll jump right into it. Change order number 2 on the hangar development project at the airport. We are essentially just having to change the design on this building a little bit, making it 2 feet wider to accommodate for the door manufacturer so we can maintain the opening that we need. This is a change of, this also includes addition of liability to the contractor and allows for them to get an additional insurance policy. The total on this is $13,018, and this is covered by change order number 1 that we had $105,000 savings on change order number 1. Answer any questions on that?
Any questions or comments? Not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
A motion,
Second.
second, any discussion? Not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Item number 8, ratification of change order number 4 on runway rehab project.
Okay, this is just a ratification of a change order that we had back in January on the runway rehab project. We basically just added some more safety striping on the runway because we had some underrun on that project. That project came in around $1 million under budget. Also, we've got this beautiful photo of the brand new runway that GDOT took with their drone. So thought you guys would be interested to see that as well.
All right, any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve? Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on to item number 9, GDOT supplemental agreement on hangar development funding at airport.
Okay, if you'll recall, we just signed a contract with the contractor on this project about a month ago. And this was to include 3 hangars. We were still waiting on the funds from GDOT for the 3rd hangar. This is just the contract with GDOT to provide that extra $500,000 that we had requested. This comes through the amended fiscal year 25 state airport aid budget.
Any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 10, GDOT funding contract for taxiway and electrical rehab at airport.
Okay, this one is a little bit older. We had approved the tentative allocations for this actually last year in the fall. And this will be $881,000 in federal AIG funds and just over $2 million in state airport aid funds together to fund both a electrical rehab at the airport and a taxiway rehab at the airport. This will be to rehab all taxiways, replace the airfield lighting, wind cone, PAPIs, beacon, and all electrical components at the airport. Any questions on this?
All right, questions or comments? Not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve? Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, number 11, contract with TCA Contractors, Inc. for electrical rehab at airport.
So this is just the construction contract on this same project. This is just for the electrical side of it. We'll be awarding the taxiway additionally, probably at the next meeting. This is with TCA Contractors, Inc., and they will complete the electrical rehab on both the runway and taxiways. They will be swapping all of our 20-year-old components over to LED technology.
All right,
Questions?
any questions or comments of Andrew? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
A motion, of a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, item number 12, GDOT funding contract for MA LSR approach light rehab at the airport.
Okay, this last item is a little bit different. Normally, GDOT will wait to have bids in hand before they'll write the funding contract. But because this is amended fiscal year 25 funds and they had to get it obligated, they went ahead and wrote the contract for a much larger amount than we will actually need for this project. So it's up to $900,000 in state funds for this project. But this project will likely come in much lower than this. So our estimated local share is $150,000. It's capped at $300,000. So if we were to use all $900,000, our local share would be $300,000. But the estimate should be around the $150,000 range, and that comes in actually lower than the savings we had on our taxiway. This is basically going to rehab the last electrical lighting component on the airport, which is the approach light system. This is a critical component for safe landings at the airport in inclement weather. So we're excited to be getting these funds. It'll come at a local cost of about $150,000.
And Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe some of the system is irreparable. It's out and it's not able to be repaired.
That is correct. Yes. If you see the 5 lights down there at the bottom, those are strobing lights and they kind of lead you in. They're very bright. And those are all non-functioning right now, just due to the high cost of keeping them running. So those definitely need replacement.
When is this project to be completed or anticipated to be completed?
This will probably be completed sometime early next year in the spring or early summer. It's kind of a long lead time on this.
Any questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, is there any other supplemental business or any supplemental business before this body? If not, do not believe we have any announcements. Our next meeting is June 2nd. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A motion, a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.